Good morning, it's Sundays with Chef Colin. Today, he's going to show us how to make Tart Tatin the modern way. He will make two versions, one with rosemary and one traditional. He's going to show us step by step in making the perfect Tart Tatin while revealing a secret. And finally, he'll show us how to make it beautiful.
The apples have been peeled. These are red delicious apples. They've been cored. We're going to halve them. Take the cores out. Okay. Right through all these apples here until I'm done. That was easy. Voila. Back to the Tart Tatin. This is the first process. I'm going to put some sugar. These non-stick pans. I like to use non-stick pans. This is how you get a beautiful finish on the top when they come out. The French use the straight-sided pans, but they seem to be problematic at best. So let's go right into the modern world with non-stick. Okay, then we're going to take these apples, we'll put them beveled side down, cradle them inside, spooning each other all the way around. Yep. And then we're going to transfer these to the stove. We're going to make two different kinds of Tart Tatin. We're going to make a semi-traditional. Normally a traditional would be like this, where the apples would be inside each other, standing up like this. But that takes way too long and can be also problematic. So we're going to do it modern version, because we have a non-stick pan, which is modern world, not ancient world. And one will be made traditional, with the caramelization of the butter, the sugar, and the apples. Then the other one will be with the addition of fresh rosemary. As far as the sugar is concerned, we're about 1/8 of an inch sprinkled over the bottom of the pan. And then about 2 to 2.5 ounces of butter, chopped, cubed, and placed strategically on top of the apples. Okay, so now we're ready to go to the stovetop. Unlike any other apple pie which is cooked in the oven, this actually gets started on the stovetop. It takes about 45 minutes to about an hour and 20 minutes before it even reaches the oven. So here we go. And we're going to start this off on a medium heat. And we're going to keep moving it around like this as the caramelization process takes effect. The sugar will melt into the butter, and then the pectin and the juice from the apples will start to melt with the caramelization at the bottom of the pan. Okay, we have to maneuver the pan periodically as this process goes on. You have to kind of swivel it, and as you can see the little bubbles inside, the caramelization process is starting to take effect. Between the juice in the apples, the butter, and the sugar. Okay, so now it's starting to bubble kind of rapidly right now. We're going to turn it all the way down because we don't want the apples to turn into mush. So we're going to go to a lower heat. And you have to keep swiveling like this. And the other one over here, same thing. And in about 30 to 35 minutes, we should have the perfect caramelization. And we'll get back to that later. Through the process, we have two different pans going here. This one has a little more liquid, so don't be alarmed when you see all this liquid. Basically it's going to evaporate because you have an open pan here, and the caramelization process will begin. As you can see, it starts to thicken around the edges. Now what we're looking for is a complete amber color throughout the bottom region. This is why we keep swiveling it, because we don't want any colorization decompartmentalizing in different areas. We want it completely across and uniform. This one here is a little more further along. As you can see, it's starting to color up around the edges there. And the amber color should be probably in place within the next 5 to 10 minutes. So I think we're about 35 to 40 minutes along here. And we're almost ready to go to the next phase. Okay, back to the Tart Tatin. Okay, now we're at the third last process. Okay, it's a very simple dessert, and it's got only 4 ingredients, but you have to pay attention. And that is the secret, to pay attention. So as you can see around the edges, it kind of has a light amber color. And because we're going to cook it additionally in the oven for about another 25 minutes, we don't want to over amberize it. So as you can see, it's kind of like syrupy underneath here. We're going to let this rest, because when we let it rest, the caramel, the sugar, the butter, and the pectins and the natural sugars from the apples are going to all meld together, and they're going to create this fantastic glaze, which you will see later. Okay, now we're back to making a true Tart Tatin. Nobody ever tells you the secrets about making Tart Tatin. You can scour the earth, scour the cookbooks, scour the internet. Nobody will tell you the secret. I'm going to tell you the secret today. The secret is, after you get to the amber caramelization part, the melding of the pectins, you have to let it rest, sit for about 20 minutes, okay, to let it congeal. Then we're going to roll out the dough, and we're going to cover it, and we'll get back to that in a second. So we're going to make a Tart Tatin, as you know, but we're going to take a little detour. I'm going to put a little rosemary in one of the apple Tart Tatins, and we're going to actually put the stems outside the pan, because we're actually going to put pastry on here, and then when we're done, we're going to slide them out. So basically it's going to be encompassed with the dough, which we have here, and I'm going to crimp it in at the edges, leaving the rosemary sticking out. And the steam inside will infuse the rosemary with the apples and the caramel. And then when we're done, we can just slide out the rosemary. That way nobody has to get a tracheotomy. I'm going to tuck it in like a bedtime story. So we take our little green spatula. I'm just going to tuck the pastry underneath the apples on the rim. And then when we put the apples in the oven, they can rest, go to bed, and waken up nice and crispy. Regular Tart Tatin. Same principle, without the rosemary. You take the dough, place it over the apples. We're going to tuck it in. And don't be scared. You can turn around the pan. We'll tidy it up later. Tuck it in. Somebody's gonna make this fun.
It's hard to keep friends when every single bitch is a 10. It's all good and Hollywood, like shoulda, woulda, coulda been. I'm sick of being bad. It's all good to be good.
Now we're ready for the oven. Okay, we're going to put them in the oven, 410 degrees, for approximately 25 minutes. And then we'll get back to you. At this point, we're going to have a little peek in the oven and get a bird's eye view as to what is going on in there. Okay, it looks like the caramelization looks beautiful. The dough is coloring nicely, and that's taking about 5 minutes from this point. We're going to take it out of the oven and let it rest for about another 10 minutes. And at that point, we're going to turn it over, slice it, serve some ice cream with it, and just have fun. Okay, final step. We're taking the apple tarts from the oven. There we go, finally. And then I'm going to swivel them around a little bit. Okay. I'm going to let them rest for 10 minutes. I'm going to turn them over. I'm going to serve them.